Never let it be forgotten, this race, run in the memory of Brian Clausen, taken from us, but now lives on, enshrined in the crown jewel of auto racing. Ladies and gentlemen, as they work to the back straightaway, it is time to sit back, relax, and enjoy 39 trips around the dirt track at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're green at the BC39. Justin Grant going to jump out to that early advantage. Logan Seavey chasing onto the back straightaway. Grant going to run more of a middle groove that time, kind of blocking all lanes. He comes around the lead lane number one, but they're already getting fights for that third spot.
Thomas Mesrall looking for some racing real estate up high. Oh, how dearly he would like to win this one.
Mesrall working up to the higher side of the racetrack as the caution lights come on. We got a pair of them coming to a stop here, the 67K and the 3. And I want to say that's Yaley. Tough week for Yaley.
It has been. Yes.
Engine sidelining him.
It's been a character builder.
Now getting caught up here in an early wreck as he was given a ticket to the show by Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Unfortunately, looks like his night's going to come to a close as the caution lights are going to go dark. They're going to bypass the IMS finishing work area. Justin Grant leads with one lap officially, and Seavey, Miller, Moles, Edwards your top 5, Mesrall, KTJ, Denny, Reinbold, and Ethan Mitchell. Right now your top 10. We'll get back after it. Pass it off to the start again. Logan Seavey going to step out a little bit here on the restart. Leaves the bottom side open for Gavin Miller. He's going to hang the Hoosiers high on the back straightaway here. Brings it back down. Rolls the bottom side. Looking for room on the 57. Couldn't get there. Seavey holds on to second. Justin Grant continues to lead. Challenge going on behind them. Take a look at this. You got the 83 of Drake Edwards. The 7 of Mesrall. The 19 of Mitchell Moles all right there as they work around the front straightaway. They're going to get by the 7 of Mesrall. Moles is up to 5th. And Drake Edwards right now running at 4th.
Kevin Miller trying to mix up the 3-car battle as he's trying to close a little bit on Logan Seavey. Logan looks like he goes elbows up.
Starting to close in and see if he can challenge here. Logan Seavey brought it up to a couple of car leads that time over in turns 1 and 2. They'll race on to turns 3 and 4. Grant went in, looked like he caught that infield tire a little bit and popped the front end up in the air. Not enough to cause him to slow down though. It is 3/10 of a second at the line between first and second. Drake Edwards in the meantime trying to close in a challenge on the 97. The 57 is going to try to challenge for the race lead. Couldn't get there in time. That's Grant holding on to it.
Logan Seavey went a little higher at turn number 2, then diving off the turn. Made that strong move coming out of 4. Now Justin Grant rides the rail and we are yellow.
Thomas Mesrall coming to a stopover in turns 1 and 2, and everybody just piling in with nowhere to go. Your field rolls to the front straightaway. Justin Grant leading, Logan Seavey in second, Gavin Miller in third, Drake Edwards in fourth, Mitchell Moles in fifth. Mesrall was running in sixth. Jacob Denny now can occupy that position. Kevin Thomas Jr. can line up in behind him. Then you'll have Setzer restarting in 8th, the 97K of Drake restarting in 9th. Ethan Mitchell running at your top 10 as we go back to green. Challenge for the second spot here in the restart. Logan Seavey going to hold on to it. The 97 took a peek. Now here comes the 83 of Drake Edwards. Down to the inside, 3 wide for the runner-up spot.
Now Drake Edwards working the bottom now. Then advancing at 83. He goes elbows up in a turn number 3. Can't quite get it done. That's the reload coming out of 4.
Logan Seavey losing 2 to the back straightaway. Going to regain 1 to the front straightaway as here comes Gavin Miller looking for the race lead. Justin Grant's got unwanted company as they work onto the far side of the speedway. Now we're going to throw it low to the inside of turn 3. Brings it wide into turn number 4. Couldn't get across the track fast enough. Justin Grant now sees the hand he's been dealt, and he's going to go on the offense here. See if he can fight back and maybe try to play a little bit of defense. Goes back to the high side over in turns 3 and 4. Holds on to it. Gavin Miller still right there. Challenge for third. Ongoing.
Jacob Denny trying to work the high side. See if he can get some racing real estate. Right now, Justin Grant is hanging tough. Logan Seavey's putting on all sorts of pressure.
Boy, Gavin Miller throwing the slides over in turns 3 and 4. Just not able to get him across the track fast enough to get in front of the 87 and force a break on his momentum. Grant holds on to the race. Lee Miller again down to the bottom, not giving up on that line. Logan Seavey in the meantime, he will work off of the cushion with a big run to the front straightaway, coming back after the runner-up spot.
Gavin Miller now trying to pick up the baton and run with the Seavey can run down Justin Grant. Justin comes
Seavey down to the bottom. It continues to be the second gear, number 97. That's a little 57 just a little bit. Drake Edwards now going to close in. Caution. Going slow here on the front straightaway. That is the 3G.
Cameron DeRoe's been doing a nice job in local bull ring sprint car competition.
Picking up a really cool win down at Paragon here just a few weeks ago as we get ready to go back green. Justin Grant in command in the NOS Energy CV Industries number 87. 25 laps remain. On the throttle onto the back straightaway. The onslaught will continue for Gavin Miller. Tries the inside once again. No dice into the tire tracks here legal. Up north for Logan Seavey. Here comes the 57. He's got one. Tries for another. Couldn't get there. He's going to run side by side to the back straightaways. Here comes Drake Edwards. 3 wide for the runner-up spot. Edwards tries the inside. Couldn't make it stick. It's still Gavin Miller with Logan Seavey right there to his inside.
And somehow we all came out of that in one piece. One action further back. Now Justin Grant able to escape from 3 a bit.
Gavin Miller holds on to second. Him and Logan Seavey going spot for spot here. Last time through turns 1 and 2. The 97 going to duck low. The 57 going to stay high. The 87, he is buried in the cushion and continues to run away right now. Just shy of a second. This is an advantage. Here comes Seavey one more time for the runner-up spot. Down to the inside, up across the racetrack, but Gavin's going to answer in the 97.
Boy, Logan Seavey finds a little bit more. It seems just when it looks like he's losing ground. Justin Grant powers into turn number 3.
Gavin came up to answer. Couldn't get the call to go through, though, as now he's going to have to begin with Drake Edwards as well as the 67 and closing in is Mitchell Knowles. So you still got a good battle second on back, but while this is going on, Justin Grant is giving them a tip of the cap and saying goodbye, folks, as he leads by just over a second off of turn number 4, coming around cross flag display.
Cross flag displayed. It's going by fast. Not fast enough for Justin Grant. He's thinking to himself, how many laps are down? Battles galore everywhere around this racetrack.
Slide going on. Oh, hard contact to the wall from the 97. Took it in on the cushion, and he just banged her hard off of the concrete, trying to hold off the 67 to Jacob Denny. Just about sent it to the trailer as he will continue rolling on here. Now going to keep an eye to see if maybe some damage to the right side as Mole's going to come around behind him. You've got Kevin Thomas Jr. in that mix. Oh, we got 2 of them upside down. Beeson is one of them. Snyder's the other.
And again, those were a little bit of a tip over sort of quality to them, and that's what something we've been going yellow. Snyder back on all fours.
Problems continue for the 3G. He is called it a night. He is pulled down in the infield. Haley Bryson as well is down there in the Indy Power Sports Advocates number 11.
Yeah, so 17 to go. That's unofficial, as you mentioned many times when we're watching the Rainbow. I don't know if we have to go back a lap, but 17 is what we're seeing.
And something going on with Gunnar Setzer. The 43 just peeled off. He was running in 10th.
He peeled off in a hurry. Had almost a figure 8 race going there.
He's going to head to the independent finishing work area. The Forrest Snyder is headed that way, and it looks like Beeson might be able to refire here.
Well, he certainly acts like it.
See, we might have a replay on FloRacing here, and the speed shot looking a little bit further back.
Yep.
Snyder upside down. Beeson follows. We'll see if we can get another look at it here. So Snyder kind of already spinning around into the frame in the 14. It looked like it was 2 completely separate incidents.
I agree. That's what I thought when
Beeson
I saw
came in and he got kind of tangled in on the cushion. Not sure what actually caused the 4 to go around. He was already going the wrong direction when he came into the frame. Justin Grant. Trying to add his name to the list one more time. Here in the BC39, going to make his way out the turn number 4, brings him up all the way up against the concrete, passes it off into the gun can. We get back in the way. Battle it out for the second spot, 3 wide to get things back off here. Drake Edwards down to the inside, going to go up across the racetrack on Logan Seavey, looking for the spot. It's going to be in the hands of the 83. Drake Edwards takes it back. Justin Grant just balled her up the cushion, gets it back underneath him, though. They're 3 wide for a second. Again, this time the 83 to the outside, and they open the door for the 67 to make his way by.
And of course, while that Dyson's going around, that may benefit Justin Grant, because it is a scramble behind him, and Edwards with contact with the wall.
Boy, he bounced her skyward in a big way. Contact on the back straightaway. The 19 upside down, the back upright. Mitchell Moles contact.
You got a little airtime there.
And quickly back upright. That was a hard landing.
Hard landing indeed. I mean, he got up there in the air, and boy, we have seen a scramble for position second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. And we see him now rolling down.
As we'll get a replay here in just a little bit on the FloRacing broadcast. Contact. Edwards as he came off of the wall, shot down the racetrack. He had pogo stick that thing in a big way in turns 1 and 2.
Yes, he had. And that's a quick snap right there.
Man, hard landing. Unfortunately, it looks like time is going to run out. We're going to go back to green. Justin Grant.
15 to go.
That caution of saving grace for Jake Edwards as they put it back in the standings, but we have got a pile-up here on the restart. Fortunately, you can't park there. Reese is involved. Robinson's involved, and I believe that is McDermott.
Yes, I agree.
What a recovery for Zach Dom. Started 21st.
Oh, yeah. Zach Dom's a good racer. Has been for a long time. Not flashy, just effective.
See if he can make his way forward just a little bit more. 15 times around, we go back to green. Down to the bottom goes the 97. Gavin Miller trying to get back into the second. Grab 2, lost 2 as they work into turns 3 and 4. Justin Grant going to come around to lead. Drake Edwards off of the wall. Look out.
Edwards got a good run off of turn number 2 last time by, but now he's bottled up a bit. Wow.
Both those KTM cars just really having to wait on it there to the exit of the back straightaway. Jake Edwards able to turn down and just burn right by him at 3 and 4. It's been coming back to Bible a little bit. Let's see what happens at 1 and 2 this time again. Able to turn back to the inside this time with the 97. He's going to follow the 67 to Jacob Denny in the turns 3 and 4. And Justin Grant is still showing the way.
Now, so the more they'll scramble behind, the more it benefits Justin Grant as he goes down the back straightaway.
It'll be 11 laps to go this time. Jacob Denny in the 67, starting to close quickly now.
Right.
Top 2 drivers, both running the high side of the Speedway in the turns 1 and 2. Boy, look at the wheel stand by Denny as he pounded the right rear up into the cushion, launched around the back straightaway. Grant able to get a couple of car links back, but Denny closing fast. Caution. Weigel.
Yep. Cornell Racing Stable number 8. We're not tarring around. Again, we have 11 laps to go for our count.
Justin Grant leading 71 revolutions so far this season coming into the BC39. Jacob Denny has led 67 laps in the 67. Trying to get up and lead, the only one that matters here. Back to green. For the lead, possibly. Here comes Cannon. McIntosh at the 71. Cannon, your defending champion from 19th. Now he's into the mix.
So this has been a good restart for Denny. He was able to get straight. The other competitors will just take Justin Grant at his terms right here. At the line, there were 9 to go. 9 to go for the BC39.
Top 2 drivers all put up a breakaway here. Here comes Cannon. Here comes Zach Dom. Both drivers picking their way through the field. Cannon McIntosh is up to 3rd. Zach Dom is into the top 5 as they work down the front straightaway. Challenge for the race lead.
Challenge for the lead indeed. If this was a regular standard race, that would be over. But no, this is the BC39. And Justin Grant has got a fight on his hands.
Jacob Denny squeezing the 87 up against Wall. The exit turn number 4 goes to the slide. Grant back to his inside. He's going to hold on to the race lead. The NOS Energy entry trying to hold on to it. The JBL 67 trying to take it away. Short slide up at turn number 4. It's still Justin Grant with 6 laps to go. Denny, though, not giving up.
Yeah, Denny not giving up. There goes Justin Grant. Ladies and gentlemen, it is on. Here we go. Tom Henry says we got 5 more laps for this.
Pist full to the field as they make their way by. Grant adjusting his lineup a little bit now. Going to try to put some room between himself and that KKM curving at Jenny Mountain that's chasing him. Down to the inside. Not able to get away fast enough. Denny goes for it. Bounces it off the wall. Justin Grant's going to hold on to it.
Justin Grant had a little bit of trouble coming through too. He went down low. Will that pay off? Here he comes on the rail. Here comes Denny. That may have worked for Jacob, but here comes Justin Grant.
Grant across the nose. Now contact to the front straightaway. They go skyward. They keep rolling though. Jacob Denny 3 laps away from victory. Grant to his inside, climbs his left side tires. Justin Grant climbs the tires, and that just took him out of contention. It's going to be Denny taking over at 67. Up in the second goes Cannon McIntosh with 2 to go.
And there's the yellow. Oh my. I can't believe that Justin gets out of this without damage.
Denny leads. Cannon McIntosh from 19th is up into second. Real quick, let's check in with Drake.
Look at.
And bad news for Justin Grant. He has a flat left front on the 87, and it is weighing down heavy. The Nerf bar dragging the racetrack, and a little bit of fluid coming out from the rear end of the 87. I think he's going to have to go to the work area.
He's got more than a flat left front there. That thing is dragging really, really hard. I'm going to say there's possible suspension damage. However, you can run with a flat left front.
You can run. That's absolutely correct, Brian. You took the words out of my mouth. And big picture, he may be disappointed now, but he is in a title chase.
I don't think there's fluid coming out. That's the Nerf iron. It's buried up into the left rear. That's the smoke we're seeing. So that's more the concern than anything. It ain't over till she's over.
Boy, that front of Justin Grant's a little cattywampus.
And that Nerf iron is just pulled back in the left rear. That's going to be the concern there, is it cutting that left rear down.
Yeah, I think.
But he's big picture racing now. He's looking at championships. And remember, they get points for the feature.
I think Dom tried to tell him, look, Justin, you got a problem. Let me look at it, Brian.
He's trying to plant corn down the front straightaway.
That's plowing. That's just absolutely plowing. But he knows as well as we do there's 2 laps to go.
The caution lights are dark. Again, you can run with a flat left front tire. Jacob Denny trying to add his name. Cannon McIntosh going to restart on his back bumper, trying to go back to back. We're back to green. Here comes Cannon down to the inside. Goes for the lead. Jacob Denny contact with his left side tires on the 71. And you've got 3 KKM curve Gantini cars in the front of the field. And this one could end up in a scrapyard. Cannon McIntosh into the race lead and waiting the white flag.
Yeah, absolutely right. Let's see if anybody's got anything left. Here they come, Brian. Who's it going to be?
Off into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. He's going to try to protect for the slide. Outside with the run, the drag race. Back to back for Cannon McIntosh in 71.
And what did it look like just about an hour ago? You thought his chance for victories were over, but he did not quit.
In the BC39 presented by Avante Windows and Doors, as he will burn it down. Ladies and gentlemen, was that entertaining tonight?
Absolutely.
Up to the top of the car, race fans, let them hear it. Cannon McIntosh.
That's one to be proud of.
And what a win it is. Let's take it down trackside to Christy.
Cannon McIntosh parks it for the 2nd year in a row for the BC39 presented by Avanti Windows and Doors right here at the dirt track at IMS. Cannon, the way your day started in that qualifier when we talked to you earlier, so frustrated, and knowing that you had so much work to do from 19th in the field, did you ever dream that you'd be sitting here in victory lane as the only driver to kiss the bricks twice at IMS with the BC39?
Yeah, I mean, I knew if this Mobil 1 Toyota machine fired off tonight that we had a chance. These guys have given me a great race car. I've just struggled to do my part consistently, and it showed. And last night I made a mistake after not running a great race and just burying ourselves. And once again in the qualifier there, just making a mistake and getting upside down and having to start at the back. But I knew my guys believed in me, and that's all it takes, is having a little bit of belief in your corner. And Lord Jesus Christ above for putting me in this position. I mean, I'm speechless right now. This is amazing, and to do it in honor of Brian Clausen, here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway twice now is it's just an honor, and it's all for him, and I'm sure he's looking down smiling to see another good race here.
Had to make the run from 19th as the Rod and Supply hard charger in this feature event. Where were the areas that you had to be most persistent, most aggressive?
Yeah, it's just, I think a lot of guys moved up to the top there, and it was hard to make moves. When you throw a slide job, you lose so much momentum. So to try and get your momentum back without getting slid was tough. And luckily, I was the guy coming from behind and putting those guys in bad positions, and was able to get to the next guy before they could get back to me. And just kept making moves. And obviously, Jacob and Justin got together there, and I didn't know if it tore us up when we ran him over there. I couldn't tell which way he was going to go, and thankfully we stayed alive there and got another restart. And I'm out of breath, obviously, but just hats off to this KKM crew, Bo, Phil, Spencer, just Chucky, Tate, everyone that's on this car right here that works so hard. They deserve this, and man, to do it from 19th is even cooler.
Once again, you're the only driver to repeat a win here for the BC39 presented by Avanti Windows and Doors. How does it feel to be able to say that you're one of the only drivers that if BC were here, you might be able to give him a run for his money?
Yeah, it'd be cool to think about. I remember watching him win the Chili Bowl years ago, and obviously knowing how special he was as a driver. Not just to midget racers, but just every racer around. Obviously, he made it to that IndyCar step and got to race around the big track here. So, it'd have been cool to see if I could give him a run for his money. He was obviously a heck of a driver, and just to do it in honor of him is very special, and I'm just very thankful.
Man, he's got to be smiling down on Cannon McIntosh, the only repeat winner of the BC39 presented by Avanti Windows and Doors. He parks it here at the dirt track at IMS for the second year in a row. Drake York has second.
We'll get Gavin Miller in here for a word. Second place here at the BC39 for the second night in a row. And I don't even know how to begin to describe the madness that was going on at the end of the race. Do you think you could tell us what it was like there in the Hornet's Nest at the very end?
Yeah, it was definitely crazy there. I kind of got shuffled back there whenever me and Jacob were racing. I got on the wall whenever he slid me, and it was a lot of close racing. Some people kind of upset about it, and we're racing for 20,000, and what do you want to do about it sometimes? And you got to be the bigger person, and I'd like to thank everyone for getting me out here. The whole Keith Kunz Motorsports, Phil, Bo, Spencer, and Sound Gear, and everyone else that supports me. And I thank all the fans for coming out tonight.
And you talked about it being pretty heated. Logan Seavey came down here. There was a discussion between you two. What happened there? He's
trying to get, escalate things and trying to get me to come over. And I'm just going to be the bigger person and stay at my car. And we're not. There's nothing to talk about. We were racing hard, and he's upset. He's running in the back of me under caution, and I didn't think that was right. And no, there's nothing else to talk about. We were racing hard, and he would run in the side of how many guys, but it's never his fault. It's always the younger guy's fault. So, there's no escalating it. There's just keep your head up and go into next.
Obviously a great weekend for you here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but in a big race like this, no one likes running second. But what's the emotion level like right now? Because yes, you had a great week, but also you ran second in one of the biggest midget races of the world. Do you walk away happy or disappointed from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
Definitely just happy about, speed in the race car, and thankful for the guys that I have around me. And obviously it's a little upsetting, finishing second 2 nights in a row, and I wanted it really bad there, and I tried everything I could there, and unfortunately we came up second. One of these days I'll win one of these bigger things, but there's nothing to hang our heads about, and just like to thank everyone for coming out.
Gavin Miller, your runner-up here at the BC39 presented by Avanti Windows and Doors. Christy Bemis has third place. Jacob Denny.
Jacob Denny coming home third on the podium. Some transponder issues, so race monitor officially unofficial, but Jacob Denny nonetheless coming home in the third position. Had a shot at the lead there for a couple of laps, and of course the race for second, third on back was anybody's race. With all that aggression, how difficult was it to make sure that you were trying to go forward but not get yourself caught up in a mess?
That's half the reason I didn't slide myself on any restart, because the run down the back straightaway is better, and I felt like I could get slid back into 3 and 4, but I just got plugged in it too tight. When Ken slid me, I thought I could make it around it. I just clipped his left rear, and then after that, they were all right there. So, third's good. You know, a lot of cars here, a lot of great guys, and had a great battle for the lead for Justin there for a while. So it's definitely cool to finish third here, but definitely stings after leading a lot, or not a lot, but the end part of that race.
Yeah, definitely had a shot at it there. And after being so close and having this success that you have tonight, what did you learn going forward for next year having another good shot at it?
Don't get a caution with 2 to go. That's about it. Caleb gave me a great piece. We worked all weekend long, and you know, to come back after flipping last night, I feel like, I mean, I can't say much. Can't flip tonight, so you know, it's pretty good effort. But yeah, it's things come up a little bit short.
Jacob Denny is third on your podium. Gavin Miller is second. Cannon McIntosh, your winner of the BC39 presented by Avanti Windows and Doors. That means it's officially a KKM sweep on the podium as Drake York has your MPI Rookie of the Race.
Yes, it's funny to call this guy a rookie because he's accomplished just about everything he can with fenders on it. He's only got a couple gray hairs, but how about it? The late model star coming in, Ricky Thorin Jr., 6th place to boot. A lot of late model fans in the stands here at Indianapolis, no question about that. He gets the nice trophy. He'll get the nice check in here, $700, along with the prize pack from our friends over at MPI. When you walked into the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for your first BC39, did you envision a 6th place run? Because I think this exceeded maybe even your own expectations, especially some of the fans too that weren't familiar with your game.
Yeah, no, it did for sure. Obviously, you want to come in and try to win these deals, but for me, it is just try to make the show. We're lucky enough to make the show both nights, so I just kind of put it around the bottom there forever, and once those guys kind of started racing around the top, it let me sneak by 1 or 2, and obviously the yellows helped. But just every time on a restart, I felt like the bottom was way better for a lap or 2, and it worked out. I was hoping I was going to be able to get a top 5. I felt like I was pretty close there coming off of 4 and just a little bit short, but I got to thank everyone at Ryan Bolt Underwood Motorsports, Jacob and Andy and Tammy, and obviously Hayden and Mitchell. They gave me a lot of tips trying to get a little bit better. I feel like I've gotten a little bit better, but still a lot to learn when it comes to the midget side. So hopefully we'll be back next year.
We want to see you back at more races, but you just tipped it off there about next year. Let's get these fans a little bit excited. If the opportunity presents itself, are we going to see RTJ back at the Speedway?
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be back.
All right, make that a promise for next year if the schedule allows. RTJ will be back in the house. Brian, Pat, I don't even have the words to describe that one. That was awesome at the Speedway.